You don't look like you're doing too well.
I'm not, man. You know how I have the best system, immunity to things? That must have been just hanging on the thread that I was getting enough sleep. And now that I'm not getting enough sleep, I'm just sick.
Your body's shutting down. It's the baby making your body shut down.
They say that the woman's body goes through a lot of changes, but they never talk about the dad.
Are you sick?
Yeah.
No, you said you're on the verge of getting sick.
I'm on the verge of being very sick.
My wife blames all allergies. She's like, it's just allergies. I just got some allergies. And as she's like throwing up, she's like, it's just pollen in the air. Blah.
I don't know if it's fully allergies.
Shut up.
Because it's not.
It's just, you sick people, man. I get it. I just been sick so many times. I'm just like, it's just not allergies. It's just I'm always. When I first got into this building,
go me first.
Yeah, when I got into this building, there's so many damn door handles. You've heard me gripe about it before, but there are so many door handles in this building.
So many things you are required to touch.
You have to touch things to go anywhere. And I'm not used to that. The couple buildings that we came before this building, it was always push. You could use your shoulder, you could kick it. We always kicked the WIXX door until they said you got to stop kicking the door when you enter it. But it was like we said, it's like so badass to kick a door in when you go do your show.
Yeah.
Let us be badass, Duke.
Yeah, and then well, KTI, remember the amount of doors we had to get through?
Yeah, just to get to a place. Yeah,
and also how in like that one the studio at our last station was so soundproof that the door was hard to even open. And now here, I don't even know if that's made out of wood. I'm pretty sure
HUD. It's all everything's HUD here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's
could be styrofoam.
That is a hollow door.
When I open that door, it sounds like it's a styrofoam squeaking in the back of a bed.
Yep. Yeah.
Like a truck bed. When we came here, the very first thing I said, I go, it's so echoey in this room. It's like there's like no soundproof at all. None. And then you shouldn't be able to hear, because we're yellers when we get excited, you should not be able to hear us yelling in other radio. I should not be able to hear when a client walks by and is just talking.
I was going to say, you can hear us back by like where BJ works.
Right.
The other side of the building.
You can?
Yeah, if we get into it.
That goes.
Yeah, anyway. There's just no soundproofing at all.
So we're live right now. You can watch the show live if you text LINK, L-I-N-K, to 71090. It gets you a link to our Patreon. From there, you can watch the whole show live. Lots of exclusive things there. You should do it.
Tons.
The most
exclusive.
We're getting ready today to film the intro to the JTX.
I got this damn cold sore.
Where?
It just started getting worse.
Oh, you can't even see it.
Yeah, you can't see it in my mouth, like unless I point it out, but it still hurts. And then I started using my good stuff, my Abreva, that I've had, but I've had it forever because I haven't gotten a cold sore in a long time.
Give me some of that Abreva. I got my butt rash acting up. What does that do? Does that like just take down the swelling?
Like this stuff, if I feel one happening, I can put it on my lip and it'll just go away. Like it won't even kick it in.
Can I just, anybody listening thinking about having kids, Tanner's been a new father of a new baby for about 14 minutes now.
Oh, 2 kids rock your flipping world.
That's what I've said, man. And he's not getting any sleep. And he's getting cold sores everywhere.
Oh, and that's how I know I'm actually sick, is because I'm getting a cold sore. Most of the time, if it's just like allergies or something stupid, my immune system can still fight off my cold sore, but it's not right now. Oh, it's the absolute worst. And
somebody's trying to get through, and they've been calling for like 10 minutes. And then when I finally answer, they hang up.
It's 34:30.
It is. What do you think he's gonna say? Something rude?
Yeah, he's gonna be like, he's gonna start it with, "So you're telling me," and then he's gonna get into his bit.
I like his bits sometimes. My favorite is when he calls up and says, "What's up, bitches?"
think he's only done that once, but it was really good.
It really worked.
It really sat with us. But yeah, I started using this Abreva because it sucks having a cold sore.
You really want to talk about this cold sore?
Well, it's stupid expired. I just noticed it this morning. I was like, why isn't it working? This stuff usually kicks out a cold sore in 4 seconds.
How long?
It's been expired for months.
Okay.
And it's like spam. They're not supposed to expire, so that's how long it's been.
Yeah, and
it's the worst.
I opened up the cupboard one day, and I was going through all of the medicine, and I'm like, why do we have some of this stuff? Some of that medicine was like from Mud, my old dog Mud, from years ago. We're like holding on for some reason.
Not only are you holding on to it, you've moved it.
Yeah,
you've moved it to multiple houses.
It's just easier to when you're just throwing things into a cardboard box to not look at it and go through. You just want to get to the new house.
How much would you pay to have somebody move for you?
That's funny you ask that, because I was just thinking about when we have to move to Vermont to do our radio show.
I'm so sick. I'm just gonna sit. I'm just gonna agree with you.
Okay,
Vermont seems nice.
I wouldn't move. I wouldn't do myself anymore.
You wouldn't do it yourself?
I've accumulated.
I'm saying pack your own stuff.
Oh, you're not saying actually.
I'm saying how much would you pay somebody?
Not much. I would probably end up packing.
You'd still pack yourself?
I think so, but the whole moving the washer and dryer and thing, dude, I've just done it too many times. And when we got that bonus at KTI, I said the exact same thing, though. I'm like, because you're supposed to use that bonus for moving expenses. And I'm like, I'm gonna pay somebody to come over and move this stuff. And then I called a place, and they came over, and they're like, it's going to be about $6,000 or something. And I go, wait, what?
Yeah.
No, thanks. I'll do it all myself. It was pure hell.
Yeah.
It was awful because my wife just had a baby, kind of like where Kayla is right now. And so she was zero help. And she really milked Dad, too. You know what I mean? So I moved everything.
My hoo-ha's bleeding.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just had a baby.
Yeah, because I would love to just call somebody and say, here's the address that I'm living at now. Here's the address that I'm going to live at. Move all my things.
Well, that's what that company was going to do.
And unpack them.
Yeah.
And put them away from me, too. That's what I want.
I felt bad when we just did this with the furniture people. They came over to deliver our bedroom sets.
Oh, is it all set up and everything? Everybody. Oh, yeah, you told me that Dewey has lights and Piper is not down.
Right. She wanted to cut them. Yeah, literally. She's like, well, she already had her bed like weeks before. Yeah. So she's not excited about seeing, that excitement for her is gone.
Yeah.
And then Dewey's like, Piper, come on in. And I went, oh, no. Because I knew I knew what he was doing. He goes, shut the lights off. Boom. And then there's just like music and strobe lights and everybody's, you can't help but dance when you go into his room.
6 girls come out of the closet and they just got pacifiers and it's just like, what is happening?
Sugar just going everywhere. It's just candy falling from the ceiling. And she's like, not fair. I'm cutting his lights. I'm cutting them. And then she starts walking downstairs to go get scissors that she was going to ruin his lights. But anyway, I need to, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the people that moved my things or brought in the bed and set it all up. They put it all together, brought it in and put it all together. I started helping them carry in things because I felt weird just being there watching them. And I said, hey, and then, so I tried to help them pick up and they're like, no. We don't do that.
Because then they can get in trouble.
Right. So I ended up giving them a tip.
I think you're supposed to.
I looked that up, so I gave them $20 a piece.
Yeah. When I had guys deliver I didn't know about that tip thing until after they had left and already set up my bed and stuff. So I was like, okay, next time I have anybody deliver anything, I'm going to tip them.
Did they wait at the door? And they're waiting for you to give them money and
man, I don't remember. I just ignored them, get out of here, the help. And then, why don't you get back in your poor vehicle? And then we had to get a new washer, and 2 guys brought it downstairs and set it up, and I gave them $5 for them to split, which is unfortunate.
For them to split.
Which, now looking at it, I was like, I gave one guy a $5 bill. How do you split a $5 bill between 2 people?
That's what I did. I had 20 and a 20, and I gave him the 20, and he starts, and I go, I'm going to give it to the other guy because, the first one I was like, what if you just pocket this and then you just got $40 and then you come out to the van or wherever and you're like, or the truck, and you're like, oh, they're so cheap.
Mm-hmm. I think you did too much.
Well, they said they were there for a while. I mean, we had bedroom sets, man.
They did full sets, I guess. My guy in multiple.
3 bedrooms, 3 beds, dressers, nightstands, and they're putting them together like out in the driveway, and it's hot.
Yeah.
But anyway, the lights are broken. They like don't even, when they left, they missed a couple things, and then the lights are broken. It's so annoying. And the lights don't really matter.
But they do, because it was part of the price.
It's brand new. That's the thing, you know what I mean? So we got to deal with that now.
Well, that sounds awful.
It is. Thank you for feeling bad for me.
I do.
Mm-hmm. Mm. All right. We got things we got to do.
Yeah, we do.
Well, not a lot, but we should probably move on.
Yeah.
I have a thing next, if you want to hear it.
I do.
Have you ever done the deed to gain something in life?
I don't think a lot of men can relate to that.
I got a couple of these stories from Reddit, and I want to know, maybe I'm saying it wrong.
Like, if you ever use sex to get something.
To get something, like maybe in a job or a job.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Man, if you have any of those stories, we'd love to hear them. You are listening to the Jake and Tanner Show. We'll talk about that and more of us next. Yeah, having 2 babies, man. Like Jason Hillary said to me. I said, hey, my wife's pregnant. And he's like, why? Why would you do that?
Yeah.
He goes, 2 kids rock your world. Do you understand that? Do you know what you did? It rocks your world.
And right now, it's the easiest.
Right.
It's the easiest it will be because a baby that's only 2 weeks old is easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's new, and people who have their first baby, and you're like, oh no, like having a newborn is really rough. No, it's not. Like, they don't become rough until 3 months. That's when they become real a-holes.
Mm-hmm. And then it just gradually keeps going
and
it
going. Just keeps getting worse.
Every age is a little bit different of a headache.
Yeah, they all have their own headaches. But I know it's just going to get worse. I still feel bad. I feel bad again today for Kayla because via school today because she only goes 2 days a week. So she's got school today. So she's got to get V ready while also a baby. Who doesn't care?
Have 2 kids in soccer and try putting soccer socks on them.
I was talking
Not to
about
take away, but it's just awful.
And how you've made poor decisions with letting your children do things.
Oh yeah, no. Piper just said yesterday. She said, "I'm like, do you want to go to mountain bike practice?" Because she's a little bit more advanced than some of the stuff that she's doing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why don't you and I stay and you can learn wheelies and manuals with me today.
Yeah.
She's like, Dad, can we just do that all the time? And I'm like, do you want to be done with the club? And she's like, I'm just in too much and I have no free time. So she's hanging out with me doing
Yes.
Yeah, so she's done with that club. That only cost me a $500 lesson or something. But she tried it.
Well, at least you don't have to do it again.
Yeah.
At least it's not like now every year is a $500 bill.
Right. She's going to be...
She doesn't do... Does she do gymnastics still?
No. And a lot of kids... Their parents, the only way they get to go do trails is being in this club.
Because their parents not in it.
Because, I'm in it. So I go and I hang out and I do these trails with her. So I'm okay with it. Anyway, hey, it's the Jake and Tanner Show. Jake and Tanner experience tickets. Right now, buy them. Text JTX. We'll wait.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, you look a little ill.
Oh, dude.
Text, did I say text JTX to 71090? Okay, buy tickets.
I'm going to have to do something right after the show. If this doesn't get, if I don't get more energy, I might try cocaine.
Sure, why not? I know a guy.
Do you?
His name's Chuck.
Oh.
We work with him.
What a rumor.
Yeah.
And that would be the worst if he did do cocaine, but we didn't know it and we were just making a joke. So then corporate's like, well, we got to test him out. And then
he's like, you guys.
And then he gets tested and he has kids. So it's like, man, I'm trying to get sober.
They take
you guys
his
really
kids.
ruined this for me. And it's like, we were just trying to make a joke. And he's like, joke about addiction? And it's like, oh, no.
Dude, his life. It just goes to shambles.
Because I said I might want to try cocaine and you blamed the one guy here that might not hate us. Wait, no, never mind.
He hated us in the beginning, I think.
Well, it's not our fault that we brought to light that he thinks the earth is flat.
Or we're good looking.
And
I'm sorry.
Too. It's
Dude,
not
that
our
guy
fault.
can grow a beard, though. Damn.
In 4 seconds.
Super jealous of his beard growing.
In yeah.
Talent.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So good at it.
Yeah, so Jake and Tanner Experience is going to be happening October 22nd and 23rd. You can buy tickets, like I said, JTX, text those 3 letters to 71090. We're getting ready to film today. That's why Tanner's a little worried because of no energy. We're filming a couple things today. Help with Zachariah and Mandy. Appreciate you guys doing that. Have you ever gotten something for free because of Tickle Time?
Not me.
Me.
I haven't.
I've done deals where it's like, hey, I'll do this if we do this or whatever.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Which
That's
is
so sad.
Which is a stupid deal because you and I both know that we're eventually gonna have sex again.
Right.
We're married so it's gonna happen. So we make deals to have sex when we're going to.
I will actually say something. I'll be like, hey, this, whenever, and she'll be like, tonight. And I'm like, you said it. You said tonight.
Yeah, now you have to.
So you have to. And I'll put a reminder on my phone.
I put a reminder on Kayla's.
Yeah. We'll put it in the family calendar.
Yep.
I'll put it in my work calendar. I don't care.
Update everybody in the company. Sex tonight.
Sex time. Reply all.
It says it pops up just like all those meetings and those huddles that happen. Everybody gets a notification. Jake's about to make love. Oh,
I'll tell you this.
Okay, cool.
If you've ever had a... I want that to happen all the time.
What?
If somebody offered me way back when, if they're like, hey, all you got to do is sleep with... If this woman came up to me and she's my boss, and she's like, if you sleep with me, I will double your salary and you can get you off nights or whatever. I wouldn't just jump on that. But I would have a conversation with my wife and go, do you want to still live like this?
Yeah.
Or do you want me to get a little damp and then and we can probably move out of this?
Yeah, that would definitely have to be a conversation. I don't think you could just say no. But you can't just say yes, but I don't think you could just say no. I think you could go back and say no, but it's at least a conversation you have to have.
So I had a female client whose company I did a small amount of consulting for, but there was lots more to be had. She actually flew me to her city, banged me senseless for 4 or 5 days. After that, her company instantly went to being a 6-figure per year client.
Nice.
And that went on for almost 10 years. Worth it? Would do again.
Yeah.
She was mid-40s, but one of the most incredible days of my life. Stop. Mid-40s? Come on, man. Come on. Let's settle down. It's not that old. It's not like it was just dusty.
Like... yeah, that's offensive.
It's not like when it happened, just a bunch of sawdust.
I don't.
Oh, my eyes.
Man, I just must not be at a level of attractiveness where that would even be an option.
Oh, no, like you're in an airport and a woman comes up to you and says something, and you're like, no, that's not.
No, I mean, we all think that every woman that meets eye contact with us, it's like, I bet you she is... Like, should I follow her into the bathroom?
Especially at the gym.
Yeah. My God, you make eye contact with somebody and it's just like, I'm married. Okay, you settle down. Right. Have a good workout. Yeah, I bet you wish that.
So have you ever gotten something free because of Tickle Time? Here's another one. I've never had the opportunity, but my friend who worked at the Hampton, she started as a front desk clerk after sleeping with her boss for about a month. She was promoted to head of sales. By the time she left the position, she was driving a brand new Mercedes. Oh, dude, and you have, if this happened to you and the boss did this, you have them literally by the bees.
Yeah, because now, at least what it turned into was, even if you were fully consenting, now you can say, oh, yeah, but I consented just because they were my boss.
Let me read this text. And it says, only guys could talk about this like it's no big deal. You guys have no idea how it feels to be treated like a piece of meat with no power. I just gave you a guy sleeping with a woman. With a woman. The woman was the boss.
Yeah, and also, shut up. Like, what are you trying to get at?
Well, they're trying to get at that
we're being sexist?
Probably.
Why? If they're a lady, we're not being sexist, okay? I was going to say, though, I think it's probably easier for a woman to get things from sex than a man. But that first one was a man. But I think to be a man and to receive things from sex, you must be like a 9 or higher.
Or you have just a pervy, creepy manager.
Yeah, or just the grossest, like...
It's like, I won't make you work Saturdays anymore.
And you're just like, man, it would be nice not work Saturdays. Like, that would be the worst. That would be the worst, to be like, I didn't get enough.
Now, I was having fun here.
And then that text ruined it.
And that text makes me feel like we can't talk about these stories of getting something free because of Tickle Time. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, here's a guy. When I was 20, I was working as a bartender. I had a regular who was a surgeon, a female surgeon. One day I got in a minor accident and broke my arm. I didn't have insurance at the time, and being young and stupid, I thought I could take care of myself. The next day I went into work with a homemade splint. At some point later that night, my surgeon friend comes in and she asked me what happened. I explained it all to her. So she gives me her office address, tells me to come the next day at a certain time, and says I can make it up to her when I'm better. And that's how I got world-class treatment from the best hospital in the city for free. It was also the beginning of a 2-year relationship with the surgeon.
Oh, there. Well, it turned into a relationship. I guess. That would be weird. I think. I think if you started dating somebody that was making that much more than you.
You mean like Britney Spears and
K-Fed?
And K-Fed, that's just
Well, yeah. Well, that one for sure, but like he's a bartender with no insurance and she's working at what he says is the best hospital in the city as a surgeon.
I would love it.
I
would love it. I would love it. Yeah, my biggest regret is not making my wife go just be a dentist. She could have been a dentist instead of a dental hygienist, which dental hygiene is fine. She's making good money, okay money. I mean, she always has a job, but my God.
It'd be a lot harder for you to move around and do radio.
Well, I wouldn't.
Well, that's true. You would have just stayed doing nights.
I would fix the weather stripping in their door once a year.
Oh.
That's what I would do. That's my job. What does your husband do? He fixes weather stripping. Oh, he does that for a living? Well, yeah, here. Once a year, once every couple years, we come in and then we write him a check.
Yeah, when it's nice out, he power washes the building.
No. Hell no. You got dentist money now. Hey, hiring me to do that. I got things I got to do.
Power washer?
Yeah, I've used one. It's annoying. I got things I got to do, man. Like not do things.
My dream is to become an old man.
Okay.
But I have a bunch of properties, like 3 of them, and my job is to just mow those lawns once a week, maybe fix something if I can.
Mm-hmm.
Just like drive around, just be like, load up my mower. I'm gonna go mow Liberty Drive today, and then you do that, and then and that's just what I do.
Yeah,
throughout my entire, and then I die at 64.
I want to mend fences.
Like fences that you've burnt, like bridges that you've burned down, or like literal fences?
Literal fences. I want to have some land, and then I'm just going out with the Ranger and just mend it. Like there's a little bit that pole that's leaning. Yep. What do you call that thing in the fence that holds it up?
Pole.
Yep. I was straighten that back up with my dog.
Yep, with one of your dogs.
That's it.
Because I see you have 2 dogs. Okay, you have a small dog, and you have a big dog. And you take the big dog with you.
You're right.
Because the big dog's a worker, and you need him on the off chance that some sort of wildlife comes to you.
Come on, Terry.
Yep. Throw in reverse, Terry.
That's the full name.
Hold on. I want to get a dog now. Name him Terry, and then only teach him one trick, and it's throw it in reverse, Terry, and he just backs up. And then that'll be my life.
Back when I was 23, I constantly flirted with my boss to get a promotion. One day I came in with an extra tight shirt on. I was a lot more buff back then. And went to her office to ask her a question about something, although really wanted to see if she would finally have tickle time for that promotion. Now, while she was talking to me, I slowly unbuttoned my top shirt every few seconds to the point where my nipples were almost showing. She stopped mid-sentence to ask, "What size shirt are you? That shirt seems pretty tight." I told her what size I was, and she said she had a bunch of her husband's shirts I could use. It's actually an excuse to have me get my shirt off. I pulled my shirt off, and she told me to come over, and she basically started licking my abs. She hadn't made a romantic gesture yet, so this was really weird. She pushed me into the table and licked and kissed my chest and for a full 2 minutes. It was insanely hot.
That was it?
And to her, too, I assume, and I was ready to actually have relations with her. I tried reaching down, and she said, no, I would never cheat on my husband. And she kicked me out for even trying it. She fired me 4 days later.
Oh, God, is that cheating? Licking abs? Doesn't feel
Probably frowned upon.
Probably frowned upon.
All these are guys doing this to women who text doesn't even make right now. You just took it in a bad way.
Yeah, you're sexist because you assumed.
I feel like we're being gaslighted.
Lidded?
Yeah.
We're being gaslit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not fair. And it's not nice. And you have to say 15 Hail Marys. 25 of them. Actually.
Man, you're right, Lo. I wish we were just attractive enough. You can't even do that in like 2021. But wouldn't that feel nice if you were just walking around and the boss is like, get in here.
Yeah.
And started licking
licking
our
your
tummies.
Yeah, our tum-tums.
Our tum-tums. I mean, we don't really have
They put
abs,
us
so.
both down like they're about to change our diaper.
Yeah. And then you leave. No. And then we leave. And you don't want to quit this job because it's a really fun one. You just got to know that happened. But it's like, these are the things that I deal with on a daily. I got these women that are trying to change me.
Yeah.
Trying to powder my behind. And lick my tum-tum. Things that I deal with. That would be an awful thing. And I know I'm joking with it, but it would be, what a nice compliment.
Yeah, that would be weird if your boss was into you, but never wanted to have relations and only wanted to blow raspberries onto your tummy.
Oh, that's Joe?
If Joe is just like, get in here, and he shuts his door.
Oh, not again.
And then he lays you down on his desk, and then he just unbuttons your shirt, and then you have to giggle, and then after 10 minutes he says,
10?
Okay, clean up,
God.
because your stomach's gonna be wet after 10 minutes of straight. You wipe off and then you leave.
Yeah.
People are like, I think they're having sex, and then you have to be like, no, he just yeah, we're having sex. Like that, you couldn't even tell the truth. Nobody would believe you.
Is this the same person that said men can say that because they have power? Women absolutely do not like being sexually harassed. Remember, #MeToo.
Who likes being sexually harassed?
Well, we just said we would kind of like it, but
we didn't generalize.
no. And these women are in power that we're saying.
Sure.
Wait, they're saying. Wait, I'm confused on it. Do you want to start an argument just to start an argument? Did you wake up this morning and go, "I want to be offended"? Like, what's happening?
Yeah, why did you choose this today? Because you're right. Nobody likes to be sexually harassed. We just said that if Joe laid us down and blew on our tummy for 10 minutes, we wouldn't like that.
I get what she's saying.
Okay.
She's saying men are able to talk about this and it's like high-fiving. But women aren't the ones talking about it, because I do have women ones in here, I'm sure. This is
Yeah, but
I get what she's saying.
But we're not talking about like rape. We're talking about consensual things and getting things out of it.
Right, that's what it is. It's consensual things for a promotion.
And
so it's not really even sexual harassment, because it's two people wanting it to happen.
Yeah.
That's how that started.
But you're taking it as no woman can have sex with anybody without it being some level of sexual harassment, which I don't think that's true, but I guess I can't say for sure.
Right.
I don't know. You seem fun at parties.
Oh, I bet. I bet. Boy, everybody likes hanging out with you.
Yeah.
Oh, 4084 is coming? Cool.
Yeah, great. Awesome. Can't wait. Can't wait till they get here. It's going to be a lot of fun.
That's your nickname is Wet Blanket.
Mm-hmm. I bet you people don't invite you to things.
Oh, I bet you.
I
bet you they act like they are sick to not hang out with you.
I bet you your husband or boyfriend complains about you when you're not around.
I bet your kids are fat and sassy.
Mm-hmm. I bet you think movies are real.
Yeah.
You want to have a beer with me today?
No.
Not right now?
I'm on this program, man.
Oh my God, that's annoying. What about Friday?
Well, I might be able to do that.
No, you're not.
Someone said someone get Jake a beer. Why?
No, give me a beer. I want a beer.
I don't want a beer. Trying to take a break.
You don't take a break with me.
Mm-hmm.
Not me.
All right, we got to get going. More Jake and Tanner show on the way next. you can win a trip to Vegas with Natty Light, 959kissfm.com. Go check it out. That sounded demanding. Go whenever you feel like checking it out.
Go now!
All right, 959kissfm.com. All right, it's the Jake and Tanner show. I just read something where it's a psychological trick.
Okay.
And if you ask somebody a random question, and if they don't give you an answer, if they don't answer, they don't like you.
What's the psychological question?
No, I don't know. It's just it's a random question, just a psychological test. If you want to know if somebody likes you, you can ask them a random question. And if they don't want to answer, they don't answer. Here,
If you ask somebody and they just don't answer you, they definitely don't like you.
Well, they're not. I think they're not taking the time maybe to even.
Like, hey, how are you doing today?
I don't know if it's that as much as it's.
Hey, what are you up to?
Maybe more of a random question of like, I don't know. Hey, what's your thought on Back to the Future 2?
I don't know.
Right, like that. Here's a bunch of psychological.
You mean the entire interview of Tommy Lee Jones?
Right.
Where he didn't answer a single question from that guy?
Here's psychological tricks to try on people. Want someone to mess up a game? Ask them how they're so good they'll overthink. Okay, maybe. Whisper something to someone, and 9 times out of 10 they're going to whisper back. Why would I ever want that psychological trick? I don't gain anything from that. Having someone do a favor for you.
Except for how fun that can be. I really want to try that now.
Because if you would have
go to the gas station and then be like, hey, how are you doing today? I'm doing really good. Why are we whispering?
Having someone do a favor for you can make them like you more. And then the last one was ask somebody a random question. If they do not want to answer, they do not like you. I don't know. Try it. I know there's tons of people that hate you in this building.
Yeah. So what's the point? Nobody's going to answer correct. Nobody's going to answer me. I'm just going to walk around.
Answers our emails here.
Nobody answers our emails. I stop looking at emails and then I miss stuff.
Speaking of emails, man, I just got a email from Liz, and this is so weird. She's like, "Hey, are you interested in doing a different type of endorsement?" Oh. By the way, radio people get endorsements like Kelly Davies, Planet Fitness.
Yep.
We talk about them and we get paid to talk about them.
Yeah.
But we got to be somewhat interested and believe in.
We get to choose what we want to do. Yeah.
Right. And it's for. And I may do it, man, because they're interested in you if you're interested in them. You want to see this?
What is it?
It's called Face Foundry, baby, and it's in Appleton, and you get a bunch of like face massages and stuff, and it's like anti-aging stuff. And I'm like, okay, they must have listened and heard that I had a deal with turning 40, which I thought I did okay with. But they're like, or maybe they saw me and they're like, dude.
You thought you did okay with turning 40?
Well, I'm just saying, I think they saw me and they're like, oh, he's aging.
Oh, gross.
He could use some of this.
I think, physically you did great turning 40. I don't know what you did, how many lambs you had to murder and bathe in their blood. I don't know how you look good. Well, I don't know your beauty regimen.
What are you talking about? What is happening? Why am I getting yelled at?
You're not being yelled at. I'm just trying to figure out why you look good at 40.
Oh, you're being way too kind.
I'm not
and you're
being
filling
kind.
my head with compliments. Keep going. Stop.
Keep
going. No, stop.
I think you definitely. Well, I'll show you somebody, and you'll be like, "Oh, I'm aging like a Greek god compared to this person."
Show me. You know who I've been thinking of a lot is Brian Laundrie, because he's everywhere. Mm-hmm. And that dude's only like 24. The guy's going to all on 80.
Yeah.
He definitely needs to go to Face Foundry.
He 100% he's going to need it.
Dude, so what do I do? I don't know. They want me to go in and they want to touch my face. I don't know how I
would do it. How old?
If I say this, you can't say who this is.
I won't say it is. Who it is.
45.
Just turned 33.
33?
I did the same thing to my wife. I was like, how much? She's like, she looks pretty good for like 47 or 45. And it'd be like, she just turned 30.
Oh, that's tough.
And I was like, she's like, I only like to sit under UV lights and bathe in cigarettes.
All right. Well, anyway, so maybe. I've never heard of Face Foundry because I'm not into that, but.
Yeah. I think you should do it. I say you do it. I don't know. It's probably going to be you talk about us and we'll rub your face.
Well, they said she was going to try getting
lives and get
the happy endings.
Yeah.
All right. I'll ask our sales girl. I don't want to ask. I'll have the sales girl ask.
Yeah. Like right when they go in there, be like, we're going to do a normal face massage and then just start undressing.
Yeah.
Like it's a normal massage.
Hi, who's this?
Hey, good morning, guys. 3430.
Good morning. Were you the one trying to call like a lot this morning, and then when I finally answered, you weren't there?
No, I mean, I had a question on the topic that we're talking about.
Okay.
With this face place. Are you saying you don't like facials, Jake? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm a big fan of facials. I'm just not a big fan of stranger facials.
Oh, those are my favorite.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I like to know the person when I get the facial when I'm looking them in the eye.
Yeah.
Right.
That makes sense.
Oh.
Until I can't look them in the eye anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
High fives.
In the eye?
Why's he got to turn everything like that?
I don't know. He's a sexual deviant.
Always the lowest common denominator with that guy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Probably why he likes us the most.
Could be. Hey, we got a take from Jake and Tanner from yesterday. I think this one was really quick because we were running out of time, but this is going to let you know how much we're going to be playing for when we play today, the live version in the 8 o'clock hour. All right, there you go. $40 we play for. 8 o'clock hour. It's the Jake and Tanner Show. More of us just a few minutes away. Hang on. We are live right now. You can find us on our Patreon. See what we're wearing today. All you got to do is text LINK, L-I-N-K, to 71090. Not only that, but you get a ton of exclusive things that way.
Yeah.
It is a Jake and Tanner show. It is KISS FM. I got a few cringeworthy news videos here in just a second.
Ooh.
Just before we push the button, I was thinking, it's amazing how many people are working jobs right now that they absolutely hate.
Yeah, that's true. Like, they get up every day to just hate a job.
Why? It's so easy. It's so much easier to say just stop and go do something.
Yeah, because
Can real quick, if you are hating a job that you have right now, why are you there? 866-916-0959. What is the reasoning that you're hanging on to it?
I mean, it's got to be money, right? It's got to be the fact that it's like I have kids and they're on my insurance, and you know, if I don't do this job, we don't get to do things. We don't have.
I guess
things.
what I'm saying is, like, one job that I absolutely hated when I was younger. And there were people, a lot of my jobs when I was younger I hated, but there were people that were older in their 30s and 40s doing it. Mm-hmm. And that was housekeeping for hotels. Like, I couldn't imagine doing that day after day after day after day, getting the same rooms, doing the same thing over and over, and you're cleaning up, especially hotel rooms. And I feel like you could do something else on that pay grade.
Oh, something like that. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Not like actually just jump and ship like what you and I do. We're making great money here, and to go do something, and you know, you go into a very lower tax bracket. I get the money thing on that. Mm-hmm. I'm just curious what it is that's keeping you hanging on a job that you hate, that you could go somewhere else, and why?
I don't know. Maybe you get used to the hours. You know what I mean? It's easy. You've been there for a while. You got your seniority. People don't usually start off with vacation like in a career like this where it's like we want 3 weeks of vacations. Usually it's like you get 2 days after you've been here a year. Like, for like entry level jobs like that. You know what I mean?
Is it normal to just want? I'm the knowing. I know that I have that job.
Yeah.
I know that there's security there. I know weekly that I'm getting a check, even though I hate it. I couldn't imagine only working for the weekend. I do that some days. There's no doubt. I get excited that it's Friday just like everybody else because you get a couple days off.
Yeah, it's still nice to have a day off regardless if you like your job or not.
It's just weird to me to hate the job. Absolutely just despise it. And maybe it's not hating the people. It's just hate what you're doing so ungodly much, but you're like, I only got 4 more days, and then I can start drinking. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a different issue.
Or it's like, I only got 4 more hours, and I'll start drinking every night.
My boyfriend hates his job so much that it flares up his fibromyalgia.
What?
But he has 7 weeks vacation and is making $20 an hour. 7 weeks vacation? Where's he work? Google? I hate my job. No, Amazon, if they pay him like that.
Yeah.
I hate my job, but for what I'm paid and the insurance when you've got the second kid on the way, it's hard to leave.
Yeah.
Well, I get that. That's what I'm saying. I get that if you're making that kind of money, if you're making a bunch of money, and if you were to quit, where do you go to make that type of money again?
Yeah.
I understand that. I get that, and that's why you're holding on, and that's why you're doing what you do for you and your family. Go ahead.
It's that insurance thing too. Not a lot of places offer you insurance right when you get there. Where it's like you got to stay for 3 months, and when you have a family, being uninsured for 3 months is terrifying.
Well, can't you get like Cobra or something, or is that if you're not making?
Yeah, I guess you could sign up for that right away, but a lot of people would probably not want to do that. You know what I mean?
Because I watched a TikTok the other day that he was randomly going up to people and going, "Hey, are you happy?"
Oh,
you know, what makes you makes you happy? That dude. Mm-hmm. And I paused it. I'm like, I'm going to answer this for myself. Mm-hmm. And like, what would make me happy right now? And in my head, and I said out louder in my head that being away from where I live, being away from the amount of people,
yeah,
and having more land and next to a river or have a creek running through it and have that's where
a crick.
Yeah, and maybe tiny house living, you know what I mean? IKEA, baby. I just looked into that. You can get like one for $60,000. A little tiny house. Comes with a bathroom. I'll read it to you. Buy some land that way, and it's easy to say, well, why wouldn't you do that? Why are you not just doing that now? And my reasoning for that is because my kids can they've made friends. They have a great neighborhood with kids, and they can ride their bike to school and back, into practices and back. And I'm going to eventually do that, but it's not right now.
Yeah.
I wish I could do it right now, but like Piper goes, Dad, you would like that because you wouldn't have to have friends, but I want friends. That's what she told me yesterday because we were looking at the IKEA places.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's where she differs from you.
A little bit. But she doesn't like parties. She doesn't like a lot of friends. She doesn't like, but she's used to her cul-de-sac friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Benefits are outstanding. I cannot stand the BS politics and parents. Oh, I know what you do.
Yeah. Being a teacher, it has to be the absolute worst.
I work at a bar that I hate. I make more than $40 an hour. That's got to be a week with salary and half the time. And time and a half, I think they're saying, plus probably tips.
Yeah, most likely. It's that. I bet you that 40 an hour or a 40-hour work week salary.
I guess if I worked at a gig that I absolutely hated, but I could go make this kind of money doing something different, wouldn't you want it? Wouldn't you want to jump ship? I mean, I'm sure the other job is going to come with a bunch of BS, but
yeah, I guess if it's a different job but everything else stays the same, it's easy to just do it. But if it's like, I hate this job. Like I hated when I worked at the factory. I absolutely hated that job. And I could have gone to a different factory and done it, but I was working 6:30 in the morning till 3. Those hours were good.
So you're dealing with that kind of perk.
So it's,
You deal with all the BS for that kind of perk.
Yeah, there's so much that goes into it where it's like, I'm used to this now. It's like, I don't want to go to working later or having to get up early. Like I have got kids. It's
just amazing to me because my mom was a waitress. Okay. Yeah. She hated it. Mm-hmm. Some people may like doing it. She absolutely hated it. Mm-hmm. She married an alcoholic. Mm-hmm. She had the good thing that came out of all of this was me.
Yeah.
But she's never been on vacation. I mean, she's went out of state. Like she's never went places. Mm-hmm. She's never had. I know material things aren't everything, but she hasn't had a lot.
Yeah.
She was married to her first husband was really abusive. She didn't graduate high school. This is her life. Mm-hmm. And I remember her crying to Dad, talking about how much she hated waitressing, but obviously we needed the money. But that is her life. That is what she did. She hated her life, or hated her job, rather. And then she dies at 62, or that's it. That's her life. Well, it's amazing. Like if you're sitting back and you're absolutely hating, and I keep going back to housekeeping because that was a job I absolutely hated. I worked front desk, but they made me do it for like a week, so I knew how to do it, and I could not stand it. Or working at a lumberyard. Why would you still be there if you could go make the same amount of money doing something? I'm going to do what Gary Vee said, baby. I might be a professional garage sailor.
That sounds awful.
It really does.
Here's the other thing. Everybody assumes that that life is that it's forever.
Right. It's because you can't see the ticking clock on your head. There is a clock on your head right now.
If there
that's
was
going down.
If you could know, if
Nickelback.
you knew when you're,
you know the song. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Yeah, the song was Animals. Or no, I Like Your Pants Around Your Feet.
Mm-hmm.
That was the clock. The clock was ticking down to something else.
Well, no, it was the head.
Yeah, it was still, Yeah, but it wasn't clicking down to death.
No. We're on the same page.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you knew how long you had left,
you would live life a little different.
Who does the jobs nobody wants to do? That's why I said, this is what I said. Everybody should make $1 million. That's it. That is your salary. Everybody in America makes $1 million. regardless of the job you have. That way, if you work at a place, you're not going to lose that job, and you're going to give it your all. Because most of the time, you hear the phrase of, I don't get paid enough for this. Like when I worked at that one Mega Media exchange, and the kid ran behind the counter and took a poop. I don't make enough for that. I make $7 an hour. But if everybody made $1 million, you could quit.
$1 million a year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
$1 million a year. So somebody, it's like, well, I'm going to go flip burgers because I love flipping burgers, and I can feed my family doing it.
I'm just saying, if you are driving right now and you're listening to this and you're going to a job that you absolutely hate, and you could probably quit it and go to something else, but you haven't yet, what are you doing? And like, I feel so sad about that.
And looking for jobs is so easy now with Indeed.
Yeah, you don't got to do the painstakingly, hi, is a manager here? And the manager comes out and doesn't want to talk to you. And you're like, hi, here's my resume. I just want to give you a face with my name. And I want you to let you know whenever you're hiring, I'm ready. I'm ready, and I'm a hard worker, and I would love to work here. And then they go, okay, well, we're not hiring at this moment, but we'll keep it on file. That awkward situation. And then they just throw it away. You don't have to deal with that.
Yeah, no. Indeed is awesome. You fill out your resume once, and you just hit apply, 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 apply. You just get phone calls like crazy.
It's just such a long life. It's the same thing with
marriage.
Marriage
that you hate.
Yeah, if you're in a marriage that you hate, boy, that's it. Then you die, and then it's like, cool. That was my. Do you know what it's to be born on this planet?
Yeah,
it's like the chances of that happening are ridiculously low. And then you're here, and you hate your marriage, or you're getting abused, and you're like, this is what I'm just gonna do. There's more to it. I mean, you could probably have a better life if you just get out of that. Please do seek help. But also, I put it up there with having a job that you hate. I couldn't imagine going to a job for the next 30, 40 years and absolutely hating it. That seems so sad.
Yeah, that does seem sad. I find the not liking your home life more sad, because that would be...
Well, I think I agree with that, but I think also you can hate your home life if you hate your job.
Yeah, it definitely makes your home life worse if you don't know how to handle that.
Just keeping on the job thing. Just weird. I always bitch and complain about this gig, but I don't mind. It's different every day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we just get to BS every day. This is what we do. You gotta do a lot of stuff behind the scenes. That sucks, but
lumberyard was another job that I absolutely hated. Mm-hmm. Oh God. Doing that, manual labor, I found out real quick. I'm like, oh boy, I'm not good for this. I'm not cut over this.
My hands are too soft.
Sir, I got a splinter. Yeah. You work with wood all day. Where's the gloves?
Get splinters.
Yeah. Plenty of jobs I hated, but boy, was that one of them. Another one that I hated was going as an adult. Oh, I know we got to get out of here, but when I was going to school for radio, I had to get another pizza job. And I'm like, I'll work at a pizza place because I did that when I was like 17 and I'll understand it and, just make a couple extra dollars while I'm going to school. I went in there and this 15-year-old or 16-year-old was telling me what to do, go do the dish. He had a little bit of a power trip because I was in my late 20s and he had seniority and he's like, go do the dishes because I'm not doing them. You're the new blood here or whatever. And then he starts laughing and he did that a couple times throughout the night. And I'm like, okay, I actually just walked out.
It's like, talk to me like that. I'm going to go sleep with your mom.
Yeah. Yeah. I should have. He would have probably stabbed me.
Yeah, you were in Detroit.
It was Detroit Pizza Place. All right, more Jake and Tanner show on the way next. Yeah. 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 Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Hi. We're live. All you got to do is text LINK, LINK, to 71090. Venture around our Patreon. Well, you can't. We'll text LINK, then sign up, then venture around. Have fun.
Yeah.
Take your shoes off. Stay a while. We got a lot of things up there, a lot of exclusive things that only go there, including watching us live in the studio, this show. And you can text LINK, like I said, to 71090. Jake and Tanner Experience. While you're at it, text JTX to 71090, and you're going to get all the information that you need to go see our live show, Meyer Theater, October 22nd and 23rd. It's not going to be like this. It's us on stage, bit skits, lots of fun, lots of drinking, big-time party, and the Jake and Tanner beer is going to debut there. You're going to be able to get it there. You're going to be able to get it in whatever stores. We'll know more information about that later, but that's from Lion's Tail, and that's happening. So just text JTX to 71090. Text line sponsored by Corks and Caps. You want to continue on with this job thing? I don't want to make people feel bad.
Oh, they already feel bad, so we might as well just keep going.
What do you do? And why do you hate your job? Call us, 866-916-0959. We don't need to know where you work. We don't need to know any names. And you can even use the text line, too, if you want, 71090. Just what do you do? How long have you been doing it? Why do you hate it so much? It may be a good, anybody, any kids thinking about careers or whatever, like, don't do this kind of ordeal. Somebody on our MySpace, she wrote in and she said, I used to dislike where I work only because it was my first ever factory job, but I got used to everything. And working at a warehouse that you see really nice car rims all day, I started to like coming to work. That's your justification and how you sleep at night, knowing that you work at a factory and you actually really hate it, but you're just going to say, yeah, but I get to look at rims all day. What do you really want to do?
Yeah, do you actually like looking at the rims, or are you just done hating your job?
Did you set out in life to go, I want to look at rims at a factory?
I mean, probably not.
Probably not.
But if you like it also, dude, all power to you.
I do concrete. I just hate who I do it for. Yeah, man, I'm going to tell you what, that can, having coworkers that suck can ruin something that you actually love doing.
Yeah.
Could you imagine going into work and getting bullied? It happens every day to me because you're a jerk bag.
Shut up, you bitch.
See? Just like that. This is how I get treated. I thought about this the other day when people were delivering my furniture.
What?
When I was trying to help them, and they're like, no, we can carry that. And I'm like, thank God, this stuff is heavy. And I go, have you guys been working all day? And they go, yeah, we came from Green Bay. They had to go all the way to Fredonia to deliver this stuff.
Ugh.
But I'm a furniture mover, and it's the worst job ever. Why are you doing it then? 3594, because I feel like you could make... I'm not saying that it's a low-paying gig, but I'm saying I feel like you could make that money doing something different.
Yeah, why are you still there?
I really
do
want
you like the hours? Do you like that every day is a little different, but you still hate the job in general?
Maybe you got like a buddy that you like being in the front seat with.
Yeah.
Maybe you're lovers. Maybe. That's fine. 866-916-0959. What do you do and why do you hate your gig? I know we're supposed to be positive and all that, but this is a learning experience. This is for people listening going, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that career.
For the past 2 years, I've been a farmhand. I didn't know those existed.
A rancher?
A farmhand. I go at 5 to 5:30. I clean up actual S. I plan on quitting soon, but I need a job that's flexible. Because I'm in high school. Oh, okay, never mind. You don't
supposed to hate every job that you do in high school.
Yeah.
Working in insurance. I only stay because I love the people I'm with every day. Bull. You're telling me if somebody offered you money to do a job that you like, the same amount of money, that you'd be like, I'm going to stay here because I like the people.
Well, that's the thing. They might not be like, I wouldn't quit if something else better came along, but they're probably not like actively searching. Because that's what sucks. You might like the job but hate the people, and now you're in the same situation.
I would hate what Jennifer does. Not saying
like
she's
HR work?
She's really great at it,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't like both Jennifers actually. I wouldn't like doing what J Balls does with HR. And again,
Yep.
she's very good at it. I'm not saying that she's bad. I'm just saying I wouldn't like to deal with that. And our other Jennifer, who's in sales, I wouldn't like to do sales.
Yeah, that also sounds terrible. I can't handle rejection well.
No,
and I think
you're
that
bad
they do.
at it, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I couldn't do that. I couldn't do anything where I'm just sitting at a desk. There's
You
no
mean
way.
like just like an office, you're going to your little cubicle and
and do work like that. There's no way that my
TAPS reports or whatever,
Yeah.
TPS reports.
Yeah, I just got to get those TPS reports done, and I would. There's no way I could stay on task.
I'm a school teacher. I stay because I don't know what else I could do. Could be a naughty.
Don't say that. Did you read the class?
I didn't. Oh, I was talking about for you're a middle school teacher. Don't do that. Bad teacher.
See, no, that's what I'm more interested in. Is did you go to school and now you hate your job?
Yeah, we've asked that before, haven't we?
Because that sucks. Because she's like, I'm a school teacher, and I stay because I don't know what else I would do. If you spend $150,000 in 4 years of your life to do something, and then you get into the career and you're like, I hate this. Like, that's scarier than just being like, I work in an entry-level job and I could go somewhere else if they hire me.
Well, that's what my thing is. My question was, why are you doing it still? Mm-hmm. If you hate it so much. I mean, that one sucks, though, what you're saying, too. Kind of a whole different thing of, man, I spent all of this money to learn this, and it's the worst.
And I hate doing it.
My nephew's wife, who comes from a very wealthy family, like, if she went to college after college, and she was a flight attendant. Her dad paid for all of this, and then she quit because she can't stand being a flight attendant.
Yeah, because you're basically just a sky waitress. It's like, yeah,
it's glorified sky waitress. Yeah,
100%. But that's also what I would think you were going to be. Like that.
I personally think she was kind of doing it. She didn't want to be a pilot, but she wanted to do something with flight because her dad was in it. And I think she really likes her dad, so I think she was trying to make him kind of proud. Like, oh, you're in this field.
You're in the same field. We can talk about things. You can share that. You can talk like inside stuff,
right,
about the job. What would really suck is if you hate your job, but you're married and you can't quit because you guys didn't save up enough money for you to like take a pay cut to do something better, because that would suck. So say Angie hated doing her job, but you guys weren't like you couldn't live if she didn't make her amount of money. So it's like, I hate my job and I'd rather be a waitress. Like if she was like, I'd rather be a waitress. I'd love being a waitress. It's like, yeah, but we can't take a $20,000 hit. Otherwise we're screwed. So it's like, oh, great. Kids and a spouse will lock you into doing what you don't want to do just because you become comfortable.
That's true.
Kids ruin everything.
Man, we got a lot of topics going here, so I'm not going to change it, but I got to write this down before I forget. Something we were supposed to get to yesterday, but we didn't do it. Corporate companies look for prior teachers to be trainers to onboarding new hires. What are they saying here?
Okay, corporate companies look for prior teachers to be trainers, to onboarding to new hires, and for upskill training of tenure employers. So they're looking for I don't know.
I'm a vet tech and sick of the mean animals, rude, dumb clients, and surgeries. Very stressful, but I'm having a hard time leaving because the owner is super flexible and the hours aren't bad, and I can't figure out what to do other than this. That's a big thing, man. If you like your hours, I could see how you could hate or you not wanting to leave the gig. I couldn't imagine having a job where you punch out to go eat a sandwich and then punch back in. Because we haven't done that in years. We haven't had a job like right after
scheduled breaks.
After this, we could go to Target to go do something. If we had to go shopping or do something to go pick up something, we could do that after this. Even during it, we could make it a bit where we're like, hey, let's make this because I got to go this way.
Yeah,
I got to do this thing. But I couldn't imagine having a time
like a time card.
Like a time card.
Yeah, my sister has to do that. She has to She said she had to run home once. She had to run home from work, and she lives right down the road. And she was like, so I punched out, and then I ran home. I was like, you punched out? I was like, I forget that some people don't want to pay you for not doing your job.
Yeah, it's
weird because
bizarre.
It's like, for us, it's like we get paid for what we do. We don't have like a, quota or things we have to get done.
We kind of do our gig, and then they kind of leave us alone, which is great.
Well, it's not like we have it's not like we work in a job where it's like, hey, by the end of the week you got to have this client's paperwork all done. It's like we kind of get paid more for who we are more than what we do.
I remember getting fired from a morning show years ago, and then I went to work at Best Buy. Mm-hmm. Really great. I mean, there were really great people there. But they told me, they're like, okay, you get 2 10-minute breaks. Mm-hmm. And I go, why? What do you need that for? Yeah. Like, that just seems like by the time you see, what are you sitting on a couch? Like, what are you doing? Like, you go sit in the break room and why? I don't want to talk to you people. Yeah. I'd rather just walk around. Well, anyway, and then there was that half an hour lunch, and I would go sit out in the car, and it just seems so pointless.
Yeah, it is. It's like, I'd rather just not be. Can I leave an hour early?
Paralegal, we do all the work, but the lawyer gets all the money. Just go to law school instead. That sucks, and that's sometimes just how it goes.
Yeah, but you kind of knew that, right?
I would think.
Like, that's like, you knew that. You knew that's what you were going to get into when you became a paralegal.
What does this mean? Isn't that a liability for the radio station? What does that mean? What were we just saying where it could be a liability?
Just leave? No. What do you mean?
I'm a janitor.
If you'd leave and get in an accident or something.
Oh, is that what they're saying?
Yeah, that's what they said.
Well, if you're driving maybe the vehicle.
If you're driving their vehicle, then yes. And it does become, but that's anything you do. Because if I got in I got in an accident off time, like when I wasn't working, and it still affected me here because we have vehicles we have to drive.
But we're always working. Now that just became prep work. You saying you get into that accident, now you just put it through the microphone. People heard that. That became work. You get workman's comp. Let's go.
Wait, do I got to give you half?
Yes.
I got to give you half workman's comp?
Just the workman's comp. I'm not asking for half your paycheck or anything.
That's what that would be.
Nah, you get that extra. That's how it works, right?
No.
I'm a janitor at a local gym for 3 years now. I used to really enjoy my job, the people I worked with, and it was nice. Now, because of COVID, I get yelled at.
Yeah.
The night cleaner is racist and sexist.
It's not funny, but it's just such a weird thing to be both those things. And now all I want to know is, how did you first find out that night cleaner was racist and sexist? Because you don't work with the night cleaners, so what are they doing? Like, cleaning, but like not the black machines? like, how did you find out that dude was racist?
Finally! It's about time we got whiteboards in here.
Yeah, thank God. Time.
Now we can clean this. Make it look nice.
Such a weird thing.
Jeez.
It's like, I don't clean the machine that does a whole weird leg thing because only ladies use that.
It doesn't matter the vehicle. If you're on company's time, it's still a liability. But we're always on company's time.
Yeah. But, I don't.
That's confusing to me.
I guess
sure, it's a liability. What do you? It's not going to stop us from going to Target after the show.
Yeah, we're not sure. We're not on the clock. I don't know. What do you want us to say?
So salespeople, same thing.
I guess.
Like, I want to know how many people in this building. This building. No, I don't even want to, because this would be a whole big thing. But this is a great place to work.
It is,
and it's very family driven.
That's the nicest part about it.
That's a big perk.
Like, with all of the doctors, because we had to do a lot of doctor's appointments for Griffin because Kayla was high risk, and all I had to say was just make sure if you have to schedule one, just try not to schedule it during the show, and I'll be there.
Right.
Like anytime, like I'll be there. Just don't do it during the show. Like these couple hours are the only times where I really am not flexible. But for other people, like with my wife's job, I couldn't be like, hey, I need you to be at this place. And she could just be like, I'm working. I can't just leave.
Right.
So it's pretty dope.
I'm a receptionist for a dealership, and I'm taking working lunches, but I'm not allowed to leave the premise. Sometimes you hate your job and don't realize how bad it was until you get a better one.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Sometimes you leave your job and go to a job and you don't realize how good you had it until you get a bad one.
That's the other thing.
That's the other way.
That's why the people that are like, I stay here because I like the people, I understand that. Because you can get over the work and just be like, it's just busy work. But the people don't suck. But if it's like, man, I like the busy work I do now. Hey, drink much?
I just feel I got a hole in the car. I got a hole in my lip.
Got a hole in your lip?
I know somebody that I used to work in radio with hated PDing and told me he didn't get into radio to be a PD and he wanted to do something else, and he's continuing, and he's, I think, still today a PD, and I'm like, well, what are you doing then, man?
Something else. But I guess, dude, it sucks because they're good money.
I know, that's what I mean.
Because it's like you're going to make less money doing on air than being the PD.
I told that to Colt, right. And I told, that's not true.
You're right.
That's not true. Then once you get going with talent,
it depends on where you're at.
But anyway, I told Colton, I go, you got to make your decision what you're doing right now, because he was getting ready to go to larger market, right? And I go, if you hate this and you don't want to live there, you best pick something different right now, because he's like, well, I'll just quit. And I'm like, you won't. Once you make that amount of money, you're going to become a slave to that amount of money. You're not going to want, and it's happened to him. And he went and he tried to get out, and then he's like, he went back home, and he's like, I'll be happier at home. And he goes, I don't know if making only $35,000 a year for having a hamburger at my sister's house on Sunday is worth it. And that's what because he's making like, 120 or whatever he's making. He's in the six figures. Now he's making that a year. So it's like you do become a slave to that.
You do. You really do. Because you go from struggling to not struggling. Try to get yourself back into struggling again.
That's
you remember what it's like to not struggle anymore.
Right. And it's again, it makes it sound like saying money is everything. That's why I went to the time thing, saying the flexibility of time and all that. Because I don't know, money doesn't get you happiness, but money gives you time to find what makes you happy. Does that make sense? Because it gives you, because if you're poor, you don't have time to go to yoga class or go try whatever, mountain biking or whatever, insert whatever hobby. I'm just saying some things that I like or whatever. And you don't have time to do that because you're worrying about the lights not getting turned off. You got 2 jobs, you got 3 jobs, so money buys you time.
See, I don't believe in the money can't buy you happiness, because I think it does. I really, truly think it does. I think that phrase was made by rich people to make sure that poor people don't ask for more money.
Well, you don't have to with money, because I'll be honest, I'm making decent money now. I was at a time making little. And I dealt with a lot more crap that I don't have to deal with right now.
Yes.
So this, to me, is a little bit better because I don't have to deal with the amount of BS or affording diapers and stuff like that.
Annoying stuff.
The amount of stress and the lack of sleep that
you can.
Money changes you a little bit, and you don't have to deal with the stress. And also, it opens up, I feel like, time for you to go.
Yeah, unless you're constantly working and making money and you don't have time. So there is a work-life balance.
Right.
But if you just had a ton of money, not even a ton, say you were making an extra $5 an hour, you're telling me you wouldn't be happier?
Right.
Of course you would be. But if everybody is like, money can't buy happiness, it's never going to buy you happiness. So find something that you love doing and just make whatever money that is, and you'll be happy. It's like, no, I won't. Because you love doing that radio for $17 an hour or $17,000 a year. But were you happy?
I was happy with work.
But not what? Yeah, it's like, I like doing this, but everything else is the worst.
It was extremely difficult.
Then your boss is like, yeah, but money can't buy happiness. Be like, I think it really could if you just gave me a few more dollars.
Buy me a boat.
Yeah, it could buy me a boat. It could buy me a truck to pull it. You could buy me a Yeti 110.
Ice down with some silver bullets.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Jansen.
I know. I was trying to think of more of it. I thought maybe you and
Take a drunk girl home?
With money?
Well, it's another one of his songs.
Oh.
Once you get money and get used to a certain lifestyle, it's hard to go back to how you were living before. That's what Tanner was just saying.
Going 35 to 100,000 is going to make you happier, but having millions probably isn't going to help your happiness. Bull. Like, I just don't believe that.
Well,
because going from 35 to 100 is gaining 75%, basically. Or 65% increase in pay, right? Going from 100,000 to 1 million is 1,000% increase.
I get to all of a sudden play tennis. I have always wanted to play tennis, but you can't play that unless you're in a certain tax bracket.
Like if you're at if you make $100,000 a year, you probably don't live in a house that has no problems. You know, you still have problems. You still have things you have to do. But if you make $1 million a year, now your house is fine. And if it's not, you can afford to pay somebody to fix it. You can pay people to do all the things you don't want to do.
More money, more problems.
No, another thing that rich people made up so poor people don't want money. All these phrases are all about why you shouldn't want money. But if you think about it, 90% of your problems are money-based.
Somebody said on Reddit, because we've kind of talked about this before, and I remember looking at this where he goes, I've been rich and I've been poor. And I can tell you, rich is way better.
Yeah. And you know what? The 35 to 100 will make you happier, but millions won't. You know who says that? Poor people.
Yeah, because
they don't have $1 million and they'll never get $1 million.
Ben Affleck said it too.
Which is fine. You don't need to have $1 million, but don't try to lie to yourself and say that you wouldn't be happier with $1 million.
You just would.
If you were making $1 million a year, doing the same thing you're doing now, are you happier? Yeah, 100% happier.
I would like to have the opportunity, the option, because somebody said, you know, it doesn't really buy you happiness, it gives you a lot of options. Wouldn't that be so amazing because I feel like Seacrest could do this in our position because these people make millions. Howard Stern, these radio people, Dave Ryan, these people that make lots of money. The boss walks in and says, hey, you need to do a remote at the roller rink. No. Okay, well, then you're going to work Saturday. Well, I just quit.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to bulldoze down this place.
Yep. And then that's just how it is.
Put up an abandoned building where kids do crack in it. So is that what you want?
Mm-hmm.
So am I doing the remote at the roller ring? Yes or no? That's by options. I don't know where we're going with that. Bunch of tangent. Big old tangent. Going from 35 to 100 is over 200%. A million is 28. Oh, they're just correcting you?
Yeah, that's what it was. It was $65,000 more, but it's still over 200%.
Somebody said I went from 110 to 60,000. Never been happier. Better job, home with the kids, more money isn't everything. I get it. I understand that.
There is that.
60's not bad too.
Like,
if you're
making $110,000 but you're never home, yeah, that's not going to make you happy. But if you're doing, if you were doing this job and making this, now if you're doing the same job that you're getting $60,000 and you were making $110,000, but you're home the same amount and everything, tell me you wouldn't be happier.
I am coming from KTI to here. I took a little bit of a pay cut, but I was just telling this to Angie. I don't remember my children those 2 years that we were at KTI. I was so ungodly stressed.
Yes.
Being in that building with those people and doing what we were doing. All I could think about was us losing that job. And losing that gig and what's going to happen next. I don't even remember I mean this. I do not remember. I cannot remember my kids for that 2 years.
Yeah. I don't remember a lot of, most of my memories of my kid now are after we left.
So taking a little bit of a pay cut to come here where there is nowhere near that amount of stress, where they're like, hey, we want you to do your show. We know it sucks.
Yeah.
We get it. You guys are not the greatest at what you do.
Yeah. And you're ugly.
You're
and
little
you're
ugly.
both getting a little fat.
A little bit.
They didn't even hire us then. They just wanted to call us and tell us that.
Then they hung up, and it was like a month later.
Yeah, and then they're like, by the way, we have an opening.
Yeah, great.
Oh.
Yeah. But I'll take it. Anyway.
Ever see a sad person with hookers and cocaine on a yacht? Nope.
Leo? That guy's always happy. He's on those little jet scooters. He's always sassy on his little jet scooters or whatever.
Or
on the water.
Having water gun fights with supermodels.
Went from 50,000 to 105,000. Yes, more money makes you happier.
Yeah.
Again, it takes away the worries.
Yeah, it takes away that worry. I highly doubt anybody would complain if they were making, or if they made make your own spaceship money. Yeah, bet you'd be okay. If you had Jeff Bezos money.
See, Bezos has so much money, though, it's gotten to the point where things just don't buy him happiness anymore. He has to create rockets and go to the moon. That's what makes him, or go to the moon.
I don't know where he's trying to go.
Well, whatever, he's going into space, but that is what he's got to do.
He spent hundreds of millions of dollars to make a rocket that looks so much like a penis, that it's so obvious that that's the shape that it is. I think he paid hundreds of millions of dollars just to do one D joke.
But sure, why not? If you got Bezos' money,
if you've got Bezos' money,
you have to think about that. You have so much money, things have gotten boring to you, places have gotten boring, so you go, where haven't I been? You know what? Space. Yeah. Space. I haven't been to space. I want to do that. Only if I had the money, if I owned something like Amazon. Hey, they didn't hire you for your looks. That's why you're in radio. A text came in.
Never heard that before.
That's probably the one that we hear quite a bit. Quite a bit, especially from older people.
Oh, yeah. Face for radio.
Face for radio, don't you?
Yeah, person that used to work here, she had one. She took it a step further. Be like, I got a face for radio and a voice for print. And then that Charlie Barons stole that joke.
When is that guy? When is that done? When is that done? Because he just did a charity event. I'm like, is this happening? Is he not at his peak of I don't, and I'm not trying to be a jerk here.
If you like him, that's fine.
But I mean, how long does that go?
I don't know. I was happy when he did that one video I showed you, because it wasn't as cliche. It wasn't like, let me tell you why it's funny to live in Wisconsin. Like, he just did a funny bit. I think that Wisconsin thing's dying. I mean, how many times can you say we like to drink and like the Packers? But I guess people are simple.
I went from 40 to 92,000 over the last year, and life is just easier now.
Yep. Yeah, it just is. Don't tell me that you don't.
But I can tell you this. If you make $92,000 a year and you make $35,000 a year, if you got your finances straight, you can be just as happy as the person making $92,000 a year.
You can be.
I guarantee it. I guarantee it if you have it down correct. Because car payments are stressful. House payments, a $2,000 house payment can be stressful. But if you have enough to be spending and your bills are covered, I will tell you this, an emergency fund will take a ridiculous amount of stress off your back.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine it would.
If you just know, like, hey, my roof just blew off, well, we can put that on.
Yeah. And having that, what is it? Is the emergency fund 3 months of
3 to 6 months? Yeah,
3 to 6 months. Now, is that separate than a different account?
That's an account you don't touch unless it's you lose your gig. You both lose your gig, and you can survive
then
3 to 6 months.
That one, but you have another one that you have to save up for, like, other emergencies, right?
You can
kind of.
Yeah, I mean, yes, you're supposed to.
Yeah,
but if your house roof blows off, that's kind of an emergency, I guess. It's saying not going to buy a fridge or like a dishwasher. If your dishwasher breaks, you don't use that money. You wash dishes until you save up enough to be able to whatever. Something like that. Charlie now has I know that Charlie Barron's, he's got things in Fleet Farm now. He's got his own gear.
Yeah, he is selling out. Like somebody just said he's got his own in-store commercials at Quick Trip. Dude, but good for him. He's like, I'm super popular right now. I should try to make as much money now. I hope he spends it all, though. Hope he never makes.
Is he from Wisconsin?
Yeah, I believe so. Okay. I think he's from Manitowoc. I believe he's from Manitowoc. Or Madison, or somewhere. I don't know.
Look up the research. Look up the research. We've talked about that before on radio. $75,000 is like that happy if you make $75,000 a year, and that's what that Dan Price did. That's why he gave all of his employees. He took a major pay cut. He went down to $70,000, and in his company, and then he gave everybody a $70,000.
But that research is tricky because $75,000 a year is not the magic number if you live a lifestyle that cost $80,000 a year. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't, like, bills are paid and essentials are covered and met. Yeah, but you don't get to live, like, you don't get to be a millionaire. Like, you don't get to live like a celebrity.
I don't just get to go have water gun fights whenever I want, like Leonardo DiCaprio.
I'm going to look at more pictures of his because it makes me sad but also happy.
We got to play a ton of commercials here.
Yeah.
We got to put 2 sets together.
Yeah, we do.
Because we were just blabbing. All right. We'll play these. Stick around, please. Because I want to talk Gabby Petito just a little bit more on this.
Yeah.
Talk about her next. This is the Jake and Tanner Show. Giving away Jake and Tanner experience tickets 9, 10, 12, 10, and 410 for Saturday's show, October 23rd. If you had all kind of like the show, you're going to really like and be entertained with JTX.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big party. Come hang out. Give you Friday and a Saturday option this year. 22nd and 23rd of October, Meyer, Green Bay. The Meyer Theater there, not just Meyer. We're not going to be like in the parking lot, the pharmacy section.
Remember a few years ago when we gave away a truck?
Yeah.
And it was just a crappy truck. And I don't think the girl thought we were serious because she left it there overnight and got like 4 tickets.
I would totally not want that. I'd be like, yeah, I'm not taking that. Did she end up taking it?
Yeah, she was like, I actually need a vehicle.
There
and
you
I was
go.
like,
Perfect.
well, go for it.
Yeah,
It
so
knocks a lot.
It's a big party. Bit skits. It's not just this show on stage. It's us on stage, plus a bunch of you on stage. It's a lot of fun.
It's an experience.
Text JTX to 71090. It is a Jake and Tanner show. It's KISS FM. Oh, man. Do you think...
Go on.
Do you think...
Is that the question?
Sorry, I'm
Sometimes.
just... well, right now, I'm just working this out in my head.
Okay.
Because this thought came into my mind.
Okay, so it sounds
today.
like what you're about to ask might make somebody upset.
Well, maybe, but that's what I'm wondering. It's just the world that we live in now, and it's hard to even wonder or ask questions.
Okay, I like this. Go on. This is all a question based on curiosity.
If Gabby Petito was fat and ugly, do you think this would get as much attention?
No.
Isn't that sad?
It is.
Oh, that sucks. And that's the type of world that we live in.
It is. It is very sad.
So you
But
think
you're
because she's
right.
a pretty blonde?
If she was not pretty, probably would be a little harder for people to want to get behind it. Men for sure.
So crappy and sad,
Mm-hmm.
but it's true, right?
I think it's true. I love this case just based on all the stereotypes that are going on. Because if you are a bald man right now, people think that you are this laundry and that you've killed. There's that video of that truck with the bald guy in it, and they're like, look at this bald guy.
You're talking about
Looks like-
the black truck that they pass right by the
and
van?
and they were like, that's probably Brian's dad, because Brian's bald and this guy's bald, so he probably helped him murder. And whoever owns that is just like, dude, do I gotta get a wig? Like,
Speaking of that woman beside him, and they're all saying, look at that wig, and it's
Look
like,
at a
oh man,
terrible
just
wig.
think if you were that woman. Think if you were that woman, like, oh man, my hair looks like that.
yeah,
Poor woman.
And it's like, this person didn't. This guy's not wearing shoes. I think that's probably Brian, because Brian didn't wear shoes, and only serial killers wear shoes or don't wear shoes. And it's like, man, there's a lot of just random stereotypes that we are throwing out during this case.
I kind of have that. I got that. I'm kind of on board with that one theory of where when he flew home, because he flew home to Florida, and then
he drove.
No, and then he flew back.
Oh.
And I don't know. I mean, but I don't know why he was moving all of his and Gabby's things out of the house.
Yeah.
And then he flies back, and then he drives the van home. So I like that theory. For some reason, it's working in my head that he went home and told his parents about this. He flies back, and his dad drives out there, and then his dad drives the vehicle home while he's gone. Or while he leaves there. Because who has seen him in Florida? Nobody can answer me that they've seen him actually in Florida.
I thought Dave brought this up yesterday when I was talking to him, because he brought that up, and he was like, but wasn't it right when he got back to Florida, a ton of people were taking videos running up to him and saying, like,
I haven't seen any. Have you seen any?
No.
I mean, wouldn't they be all over TikTok? I would have seen those all day on TikTok. That's all my TikTok is right now.
Have people?
But then there was possible spotting on a deer cam. Cops say somewhere, or is that?
I thought the cops already said that's not him.
Well, that I read a comment underneath after I posted that, said the cops said that, but they didn't provide a link or anything. I'm looking at somebody on a deer cam with a backpack in the middle of the woods that looks a lot like the dude.
Who's bald.
Was
who's bald. So now every bald guy is like, damn it. I can't go nowhere without people thinking I'm a murderer.
Quickly on the text line, is the deer cam, is that not him? If somebody knows that, or you just hearsay? Because I read that like 3 comments down, somebody said they already disproved this or whatever, and I'm like, well, where's the link? And again, show me a video of Brian in Florida, because I haven't seen it. I have not seen it yet. Somebody said Brian was seen mowing the lawn and riding the bike with his mom. Where? Show me.
But what if there is no video of him in Florida, but people have seen him?
I would think the world that we live in right now, there would be video of Brian. It would have been all over TikTok.
Yeah. Maybe now, but in the beginning, it wasn't as crazy. I don't know.
I guess. I just haven't seen it. They did rule that it is homicide.
Yeah, they said yesterday that the body that they found was Gabby, and that it doesn't look like it was natural.
Difference between homicide and murder?
I don't think there is.
There's got to be. Then why wouldn't we call it just murder? What is a homicide then? Just a different way to say murder? Is that the French way?
No, that's the
German.
Yeah, because there's different kinds of homicide. You got like first degree homicide, second degree, and the
but don't you have that with murders too?
It's a synonym.
I gotta see this.
Murder and homicide are the same.
Homicide and murders, I
believe.
Homicide is simple, the killing of one person by another. But isn't that murder? Murder is a homicide committed with a forethought. Okay, so murder is going... So right now they're saying this is a homicide with Brian. We don't know if there was a forethought before this.
Every murder is a homicide. Not every homicide is a murder.
Dude,
there's to be murder would have to be premeditated.
No, I think 2729 has it.
What?
Don't read it out loud, but I think that might be it.
I gotta find it. Hold on.
Hey, I want to get behind that theory too. Also, that he killed those 2 women. Not funny, but the lesbian women. That they were out wherever. He killed them, shot them, and then Gabby didn't want to be any a part of this, and so he shot her. That's a weird theory I want to get behind too. I'm diving deep into this, man.
Yeah, you're getting really into the theories. But like I said, I don't think it's that deep. I think he just accidentally killed her and he's just running away. I think there's so much. I have a hard time thinking that this guy is like this serial killing mastermind.
Me too. It's just something I want to. I'm just kind of going along with it on the internet.
It's kind of like when I read the article that there's theories that Venus and Mars used to be 2 very populated and advanced societies, and they were fighting over Earth to who could have control over it, and they nuked each other out of existence. But a few escaped to Earth, lived here illegally, and now we're the only planet left.
That's fun.
I love that theory because it's fun. But I also understand that probably didn't happen.
So I want to get into these commercials really quick, or we're going to get yelled at. Let's do the commercials and then come back and talk a little bit more about this Gabby Petito.
Yeah. Oh, 2729.
You're too much.
You're fun. You're fun.
It's the Jake and Tanner Show. Hi, it's a Jake and Tanner show. Good morning. Giving away money this hour with the take from Jake and Tanner. JTX happened at the Meyer Theater in Green Bay. Hope to see you there. You can text JTX to the Corks and Caps text line, which is 71090. Get all the info and buy some tickets. If you don't want to buy, if you're like, I want to take my chances here, about an hour and 7 minutes, 9:10, we give away tickets to the Saturday show. Give you a couple different options. We do a Friday and Saturday in October, 22nd and 23rd. Well, today we're giving away Saturday show. We're going to do that at 9:10, 12:10, and 4:10. We're live, too. While you're at it, text link. I'm just going to tell you to do a bunch of stuff. Text link to 71090, and you can get all your exclusive content. You know, we do bonus segments. That's happening right after the show. You can watch that. You can listen to it. You can do these exclusive scams. You can watch us live, like right now, what we're doing in the studio. You can see us. You can hang out with us. You can chat. It'd be great. Text link to 71090. Just before we get into more Gabby Petito things, several years ago, I wanted to talk this story because this is a good lesson to be learned here, I think. Several years ago, a neighbor kid kicked a football and shattered a small basement window. This is what this Nathan goes on to say at his house, okay?
Okay.
They were a family of six. We are a family of six living on a teacher's salary at the time, so I boarded it up thinking I'd get to it someday. The frame was rusted shut. I couldn't fix it. And over the years, I'd sometimes get estimates from window companies. Of course, the plan was to upgrade to an energy-efficient window for the whole house, $15,000, simply out of reach. In the meantime, the boarded window let in bugs, but not light. One contractor explained that the location of the window with the frame embedded in the foundation meant that whoever replaced it would need to chisel it out by hand. A labor-intensive and expensive process, and there were 6 of those windows in the house. Honestly, the thought of that window ate at me for years. Every time I went down to the basement or down there, every time I went to the hardware store, it nagged at me. I knew I needed to address it, but I had built up the process and the price so much in my mind that I was paralyzed to do anything about it. Then my wife had a job change and we needed to move. I knew that the potential buyer couldn't get a loan on the property if there was a broken window, so I pulled up the boards and cardboard to face this thing head on. It's been at least 5 years. I thought, what the heck? I'm going to have to pay for it anyway. I grabbed some WD-40, sprayed all around the rusted frame, and gave it a tug. To my astonishment, it moved for the first time in decades. I pulled the window out, took it downtown. They fixed it, put it back in. It was a $12 fix.
Oh, my God.
The lesson to be learned here is how much do you build up in your mind that's not... It's not the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, you could use that for a lot of different things in your life, but it's like your mind has created, and I do this every day. So if you're thinking that's me, you're not alone. You create all of these little ghosts and all these little nagging things and all these things that are telling you stuff that is actually not true.
Oh, my God.
My wife is so good at that, too, of being... just seeing, well,
what it is.
Let's not worry about it until we hear.
Yeah.
I've only seen her do that like once where she had more worry than she did of her confidence level of, well, we don't know. Let's just wait. And usually when she says that and you do find out, it's like, okay, that wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
And that really it isn't. But my mind always goes to all of the negative and like all of the bad.
You're real good at doing that.
Real good.
You're real good at creating scenarios that are just the worst.
Yeah.
Be like, we're about to get fired and be like, I don't know, man, it's Tuesday. We haven't done anything wrong.
Dude, it could be anything.
Like
it's just weird if like if this
Kelly walked by, didn't look in here, so she's probably on it. She's probably going to get HR to fire us and be like, I don't know, man, maybe she's walking.
She has stopped doing that. She used to walk by and wave. She doesn't do that too much anymore.
Well, maybe she listens to the show and she hears us say how much we hate when people look in and wave at us while we're on the air.
It could be because she realized how much of a mistake she made and she wants to get rid of this show.
Yeah, you say that so often.
I just say it. Just say it.
I don't even hear it anymore.
Back to the lesson, Don't create ghosts. Just face it head on.
Yeah, listen to Jake. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah. Just do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
Please. All right, back to this. Gabby Petito. and the theories that are going on. Now, the last I heard, and Tanner, do you know for a fact, or you heard also that the dude on the deer cam footage is not him?
I don't know for a fact.
Okay.
That's just what has been said.
I lost my place. Sorry. So now the FBI is asking for the public's help in finding Gabby, fiance Brian, after they made the determination that Petito died of homicide. Is there a warrant out for this guy's arrest now? Can somebody do our job and let us know things? Could you please call if you're you know?
I assume he's a suspect now that she's been found and has been determined as a homicide.
Why didn't the police or the FBI do this? I mean, I guess maybe needed all the I's crossed and T's dotted to say he's our guy. We need to look for him. I mean, are we looking for? Is this the guy? Is this it? Is there a warrant?
I don't know. There might be one now, but I mean, before yesterday, before they even fully confirmed that Gabby was dead and that it was a murder, there was nothing to hold him on. You know what I mean? You can't just throw him in a jail cell and say, you know, if she's dead, you're our person.
Can't you do what the movies do, though? And just say, hey, no leaving town.
I think they did say that.
But they can't not.
They can't arrest you. They can't detain you.
So you can still leave town.
Yeah, there's just, as long as there's... if you're on bail, then no, you can't leave town. But if you're not arrested and you're just a person of interest, you can do whatever you want. It sucks, and it doesn't feel right, but it's also...
You think he's by himself?
Yeah.
Dude, you know what's ripping through his mind? Because he's had to have heard now, even if he hasn't had a phone and being able to get on social media or whatever, he has to have heard probably or think they're probably after me now. And he's got to be so stressed, and I hope so. This is something that I was thinking yesterday of, I don't know, how do you live in the woods? What is he doing for food? Is he just eating leaves? Because he can't just go. That dude is.
I never thought of that.
He cannot just go into a restaurant. No way. Too many people know what that dude looks like now. So where is he getting his food?
He might have packed a bunch of canned foods, and he's just
rationing it because he's been gone now for what, over a week?
About a week now. Yeah.
Where's he getting his water? Does he got one of those straws that he drinks at a creek? So is he walking by a creek?
Could be. Yeah. I don't know.
Honestly, what is your thought? Like, where is he getting his food?
He probably packed in that backpack. He probably brought, before this, him and Gabby were just camping, so I guess he knows how to not...
Maybe live off the land. I still have the theory that he's not in Florida, that his dad drove that van back, and he left from there, and his dad gave him money. That still doesn't help me how he's eating, but maybe he goes into, like, Walmart at... Man, there's too many cameras, though. Somebody would notice.
You would think so. But I guess I don't look at a lot of people. I guess I'm not looking at every bald man and assuming that
I am now.
Him.
I am now.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe. But he could probably blend in pretty well if he shaved off his beard and wore a hat.
A fake mustache and glasses.
Yeah. Well, he has a beard. He probably could just have a regular...
He's got a monocle. What do you call those?
Monocle?
Monocle.
Yeah, just wear sunglasses, shave your beard, and wear a hat, and boom, now you're not Brian anymore. Now we're still all looking for the murdering bald man.
Where's he getting his food and water? Dude, he's in the woods. There's an entire pantry all around him.
You don't understand. Jake and I don't... We're not going to go... I don't know what the first thing I would be able to eat.
Did he bring a pot to boil the water, or is he drinking it right from...
That's why we asked. Does he have the straw? Is he collecting rainwater?
Calm down, 3807. You get a timeout. Go listen to IXX.
And we're not campers, okay?
He needs to trim those eyebrows if he wants to blend in.
Yeah. Trim the eyebrows. He could probably dye them.
Did you think, I did at one point, why is Gabby with him? Like, she was way prettier than that dude.
Probably stacked. Thought they were saying they called him. Yeah, I bet she was probably crazy. Dude, they got, I mean, let's not pretend like they didn't get in a domestic a few days beforehand, and she told the cop she was slapping him.
That's because he killed those lesbians out in that campsite. TikTok said it.
Like,
if he wears a mask, I forgot about that. Dude, if he just wears a mask into the store.
Yeah, he's wearing masks. He's, put on a hat and some glasses, and boom, he's a different person.
It's just so intriguing. So I guess the FBI raided his parents' home.
Yeah.
Hey, if you've gotten your home raided by the FBI or cops from like a search warrant, how do they put everything back? Honestly, like, have you walked into your house and it is just torn apart?
Oh no, you gotta clean it.
I bet you it is just wrecked.
Probably.
Man, if somebody's ever had that happen, can you call? Or maybe if you're the police, can you call? Because I want to know if you guys tidy everything back up. Just give us a call real quick.
I don't think they're gonna find anything at that parent's house. And I don't think that this was a big thing. I don't think it was a premeditated murder.
You don't think? Yeah.
So so what are you looking for? Like, I guess they have the phones and stuff to see if they've been in contact with him, but I don't think we're going to get any answers, really.
Hi, who's this?
Well, I'm not telling you who this is, but yes, I've been raided. I was dating someone, and they raided our house. It was terrible.
Wait, did they just ruin everything?
Everything.
How much drugs did they find?
Like in the basement, we had that tiling, They ripped that out of the ceiling. They ripped, we had like big cans we were going to take in or whatever in the garage. They ripped those open. They were all over the garage.
Wait. Do you have to just pay for everything to fix it?
Yeah, you just have to clean it yourself and take care of it. It sucks.
Wait a minute. They just tear it apart, and even if they don't... But even if they don't find anything, are you supposed to go, okay, I'll just pay for all of this?
Yep.
Whoa!
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of...
Speakers on your radio, I mean, they look everywhere. It's insane. Our vehicles, the vents out of our vehicles.
Did they find any drugs?
Yes, he went to prison.
How much drugs was it?
It was federal, so I don't really want to say too much, but yeah, it was a federal. They found a lot.
Wait, but where was it hidden at?
Yeah, when they were going through everything, were you like, guys, can you stop ruining it? It's just under the bed.
I wasn't even at home. I was at work. I came home to see this. It was in those big box speakers. We had those in the basement.
Sure. Did they have dogs to sniff it out, or did they find it by just destroying it?
I don't know, because we had a pit they put in the backyard. They had to wait for someone to come to put our pit in the backyard.
Sure.
Baby, but
so what kind of drugs?
The warrant. They were just
it was just weed.
It was what? Bleach.
Weed.
Oh my God!
But a federal offense amount of weed. So, how much weed?
It was. Yeah, it was going through the mail and stuff. So.
No, wait, really quick. If you can give us an idea of how much weed.
How much?
Yeah.
In the house alone, 40 pounds.
40 pounds?
Isn't it crazy though that they're basically making it legal now?
Not 40 pounds.
Yeah.
But why? It's amazing to me that I can have I could have 40 pounds of vodka in my basement, but I can't have 40 pounds of weed when I think weed is so much better than getting drunk. And I will die on that hill.
Getting accidents and kill innocent people.
Oh, yeah. No,
But still, it's illegal.
It's still
but it's still illegal.
It's still until weed becomes legal everywhere, you'll get it for trafficking.
Right. He was an entrepreneur.
That's what all drug dealers say.
And that's the thing. It's like, yeah, but
Check the dating profiles out there.
That's what they say. You didn't have 40 pounds of weed in your house because you and your boyfriend just really liked weed and you were going to smoke it all. He was selling it.
Not everybody can be Jay-Z. Yeah. I think you are incredible, and I think you would have a lot of fun stories.
Yes, that's true.
Who's the most famous person you smoke weed with?
Not saying.
Come on!
It's a Packer player, isn't it? That's who everybody...
Gotta go.
Oh. It was a Packer! He's got the good weed. All right. Yeah, so it looks like everybody on the text line is saying they mess up everything in your house.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not their job to, like, they're not going to be nice if they're in there thinking that they're going to find evidence that you murdered somebody or the giant drug ring.
It's just crazy, though, that they're not putting, if they ruin things, you have to pay for that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So if firemen kick down a door,
you got to pay for that? Well,
do I have to pay for that?
Your house was on fire.
But what if the house wasn't on fire? If it was just like because it was just smoke. I don't know, because they thought somebody was okay. Take the fireman out of it. Police, because you aren't answering your door and they think you're passed out and they break that lock. Now it's a $60 fix.
Yeah, you got to pay for that.
Damn, man. Anyway.
I guess you gotta pay for that.
I'm not okay with this.
But then that means that what if you were dying on the ground and the cops were just like, I need you to unlock the door because I don't want to pay for it.
Let's continue on with this story. I didn't even get to what I wanted to get to in Gabby Petito.
Yeah.
I got so interested in that woman being a drug dealer. All right. Talk about it next. Jake and Tanner Show. You seem a little stressed.
No, not at all.
You seem tired. You seem like you're a man with 2 kids all of a sudden.
I'm running away, man.
I just want to let you know that my life has gotten easier now for the state, but I'm closer to death.
Yeah, but
you got to remember that.
That's the thing. I've been with you since you started having your second kid.
Yeah.
So I know for a fact that it doesn't get easier for at least 5 years.
Yep, 6 years. It's that 6-year mark.
5 to 6 years, that's when they both get into school, and it's like, damn, that is a long time. I thought about that the other day because to me, my daughter was always just my little girl. She's really small,
right?
And then Griffin showed up, and I hold him, and then she was like, "Well, pick me up," and it's like, "You're a full adult now, okay? Yeah. Settle down.
You got 2 legs."
Yeah, and her hands are like I looked at her hands, I was like, "You got grown man hands." She's too big now, or Griffin's too small. I don't know. It's just the worst. Everything sucks right now.
yeah, I'll tell you why. You're kind of. I asked you today why you're so sad, just because it's just like little things are bothering you.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Like
now.
I'm a little sick. I got that cold sore. You know, I'm not getting as much sleep as I'm used to. Kayla's like, "Why are you always tired?" And I was like, "Because for the last 6 months I was taking naps every day, but now we have a child." And
don't forget, you have a full-time job, plus you get to take care of the kids all day.
Yeah. But Kayla,
I say that to my wife. Sorry, I do. That's my argument.
I tell Kayla that like I'll come home and I'll be like, "Why is this house messy?"
I'm sorry, and you say that right away. Afterwards.
I walk in.
Why is this house so messy? I'm sorry.
Why doesn't it smell like dinner?
Mm-hmm. Are you lost? Are you lost? Because you're not in the kitchen making dinner.
Yeah. I go like this. She'd be like, "What are you doing?" And be like, "Oh, there should be a sandwich in my hand."
By the way,
I'm just kidding. These are all jokes.
We have to say we're joking. This is where Mommy AF group goes nuts.
Yeah, these are 100% jokes. But Kayla will take him all night then, which is really nice. Where it's like, I will lay him down for his first time sleeping, and then I get to sleep but it's not like I get to sleep all the way until the morning. Like, I get up basically in the middle of the night and go to work. It's just tired. And I'm tired, and I'm sick, and then I just got that cool notification. That just added. It's a fun thing. Remember how we used to be like, I hate getting emails during the show because it really throws you off. I didn't think that I'd get a text that's going to ruin the rest of my morning.
But I'm going to say this. If you didn't have Griffin about 14 minutes ago, that text wouldn't have bothered you so much, but you're so stressed out with a couple kids now that it's just like little things. What else, God?
Yeah, honestly, if we didn't have Griffin, I would have got that text and I would have been like, "Get ready, because you and I are about to have some time off." Mm-hmm. But now it's like we don't have time to take time off. Right. I just took too much time off.
Hey, speaking of emails, you were just talking about that. Should I delete? I have 8,098 emails.
Do it.
But I have things in this email like old demos.
Don't do it.
Does it matter?
I wouldn't do it.
Wait.
I have done it.
I want to do it.
I have done it.
Because I got too much spam on my personal email. It's way too much.
Yeah, just delete like 20 all your spam.
How do you just delete all your spam? How do I
spam folder?
No, but it's also in my inbox. I'm just saying, like, my inbox is filled. Yeah, like, how do I get all of this stuff out of my box?
Okay.
You know who I should ask? Oh. Your mom.
Why you gotta do crap like that? You know what you do?
Sorry.
Call her. I want you to call her and apologize.
No, the phones don't work.
Go to social.
Just break them.
Click on your social tab.
I don't like this.
Delete all those.
Okay. Deleting 946 conversations.
There.
Where do I delete them?
Clear. Yeah.
Okay. What does that have to do with anything?
Okay, now go to your promotions. Ones. No, it was right up there. It's right next to where the social one was.
Okay.
And delete all those. Delete.
Where?
Okay. Clear section. Boom. You just lost 3,000 emails. Now you can go through.
Oh, I think I should just delete them all. Starfresh. No.
Do it.
Yeah, you want me to? I bet you I will.
Do it. I don't care.
I don't care.
Not my emails.
Wait, when you did this to yourself, when you cleared all of them, did you ever go back and go, dang it? I don't have that
for a
anymore.
second, but I was able to get it back.
What do you mean?
I was like, I got it back.
I'm doing it.
Do it.
I'm all
Bet
done.
you won't. Bet
Where's
you
it
won't.
at?
Bet you won't. Bet you won't. Right
Clear.
there.
Bet I won't. Boom.
Oh! It still says 5,000.
Why? Why does it still show 5?
Refresh.
It's loading.
Hit refresh.
You can. It's loading.
Hit refresh.
Okay.
Don't do that. Don't cancel. I can't believe you did it. There's probably so much stuff on there you needed.
Look at this. It's back! Now it's 13,000.
Yeah,
now
you
it's
just
more.
No, you just got more emails.
Anyway, so Gabby Petito.
Okay.
Really
Ooh!
quick. Gabby Petito.
Never heard of her.
So that guy that was the Brian Laundrie said that he was seen on a trail camera is not Brian Laundrie. Apparently somebody just linked an article saying the cops are saying that's not him. But I think we should focus on this guy. Who is this guy with the backpack just walking through this guy's woods in the middle of the night? That's creepy too.
Let him be him, man.
He's trespassing. He is
Is he?
trespassing. Well, I don't know. The guy caught him on his deer cam.
But is that trespassing?
Well,
Where's the deer cam?
Well, I think it's that guy's on his land.
Well,
but I'll tell you,
dude, it's Florida. It's a meth head.
It's true.
You just got done trying to smoke an alligator.
I've gotten caught on it. I think I've gotten caught on a deer cam because I had to stop and pee on my way home from work, and I pulled into this little thing, and I started peeing by my truck.
You don't pee in bottles?
No, and then I just waved. I just saw there was a camera. I mean, it's like literally like 6 feet away from me.
Mm-hmm.
It's stupid that they make those like kind of the same color as
so
the
100. No, they do that for a reason.
Well,
so 100% somebody has a picture of your wiener.
Yes.
Where?
What do you mean?
Like, where were you?
Closer to home.
Damn it! So not in the listening area, because I'd love to put it out there, and I will pay anybody $1,000 for a picture of Jake's wiener.
No, please don't.
Could you imagine? We could do that as a whole promotion for the station. Think about how fun that would be.
I don't like this.
That every time you did anything, you went into the bathroom and then you'd have to like go into every stall because you don't know who's trying to win $1,000.
Dude, Tanner and I had the best promotion on the planet, and we did it at a different radio station. And I don't think they let us do it. We had the idea, or we did do it. And it's during Thanksgiving. We should bring it here, and it's called Flip 'em the Bird.
Yeah.
And there's somebody driving around a white truck, and they have, if you flip off the right person, you get Thanksgiving dinner.
We'll give you a turkey. We'll give you a free Thanksgiving turkey.
Could you
flip the bird for the bird?
And so many people are flipping off random white trucks.
Oh.
And that's why we get paid the medium bucks.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's
this wiener thing.
No, I don't know.
Because think about it, because then we'd get a ton of emails, and you'd have to sit with promotions and go through pictures of D-pics, and then they'd be like, "Is that one yours?" And you'd be like, "No, it's not mine."
Not core values. I still have a weird thing when Kelly and other people were sitting around a round table looking at our calendar pictures to approve them.
Yeah.
Our almost naked calendars. So back to Gabby Petito really quick.
Okay.
Because there's pictures of previous homes that Brian Laundrie's family has owned, and there's one from 2017 where it's on the realtor page or whatever, and somebody dug it up and there was a picture of Brian's bedroom.
Yes.
So one of the images, they say it's again, here's your thing with God, people on TikTok they're stretching, they're looking for anything. A disturbing poster of dark figures with hammers and spears violently attacking other figures can be seen resting on the 2-case bookshelf. Other items observed in the room include what appears to be a gun propped up next to the shelves over his bed, a Darth Vader mask, and a series of Watchmen books.
Oh.
Dude.
Do we even know if she was shot? We don't know cause of death yet, do we?
No, I don't think so.
No, we
it just said it was homicide.
Yeah, they just said, like, it doesn't... I feel like if it was a gunshot, they would have been like, yeah, it was a gunshot wound. She was shot.
What do you had? This made me think if this happened to me and I didn't do it, and they came and raided my house, we just changed dressers or nightstands, and I found my old bag of Dungeons and Dragons dice. Oh, dude, I'd get crucified right there. I'd be like, of course he killed her. He's got Dungeons and Dragons. Dude, I got urns of my mom and dad. I still haven't done anything with them, and they're just in random places. Like, why is he keeping his mom by the washer and dryer?
What's in your house that would make them definitely think that you murdered? Yeah, I got a machete.
Yeah. Be like, oh, well, yeah, he did. He has a machete.
Yeah, like, look at my machete here. It's like, I have all those Harry Potter wands.
Yeah.
I think he probably killed somebody there.
Did you get my text early this morning thinking about
that
rope or duct tape?
What? What do you need? Oh, we gotta go to the store. Yeah, I can do that.
All right.
I can go grab that stuff.
That could have been done off air, but I chose not to.
Yeah, well.
I don't know what else I really have, except that one right there, the Dungeons and Dragons, because in the 80s, dude, if it was in the 80s and this happened and they found Dungeons and Dragons dice, oh my God.
Oh yeah, if they found an Ozzy Osbourne CD, there would have been like he's murdered a few people.
Yeah,
he's a devil worshiper.
Mm-hmm.
I found a Darth Vader mask in there's comic books, and so he was a nerd.
Fountain pen, they'd find that in all my writings.
They found all of your they'll probably find 1,000 pages of just the word moist and aluminum.
No, minimum.
Or minimum.
Why does this guy keep writing minimum?
Just over and over and over and over. They look at all your stuff that you watch and be like, this guy loves torturing himself by watching these god-awful slow movies. But the acting's good, but look at him.
Dude, I'll tell you what, I feel lighter that I just got rid of all those emails.
What was in there?
Nothing. It just feels like
in there.
No, it's like cleaning my basement. Have you ever done that where you just like get rid of it? You start becoming a minimalist and you just start getting rid of everything, and you just like, man, even though I never went down to the basement a lot, everything feels lighter.
I like that. That's my garage. You take a really nice sunny day, you take everything out of the garage, and then you start putting stuff back in, but only the stuff that you think you need. Kayla and I did that recently, and we decided we're going to sell our campers, and our garage is just filled with garbage.
All right.
It's the worst.
We got to get out of here. We're going to give away money. I think $40 up for grabs with a take from Jake and Tanner. We'll do it next. Hang on. The greatest beer run in history is going to be a movie soon.
What do you mean? Wasn't that the whole premise of Smokey and the Bandit? Wasn't that a whole thing about a beer truck?
God, I love Smokey and the Bandit.
How?
It was so fun,
How do you
man.
not like any Marvel movie, but you watch that and you're like, this is what it is?
I guess nostalgia. Oh, God, how annoying, too. Somebody on TikTok, because we all know 1999 was the best year ever for movies. Ever. And some idiot on TikTok was like, no, it's 2000 whatever because the biggest Marvel movie came out and blah, blah, and the Joker came out. It's like, just, there's so much better cinema. Joker's really good. I want to say that. Joker was fantastic.
The Dark Knight was really good. I think that's what they're talking about. That's where you got Heath Ledger's Dark Knight.
No. They were talking about Joker.
Oh, like the
Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh, God.
And then the Marvel, and everybody was crying in the theater because he died.
Endgame? That's not the best. You can't.
What year was that?
2019?
That's what year he said.
Yeah, 2019. It was fine. It was a good year. Not the best year.
So the greatest beer run in history they're making a movie on. This is a true story. In 1967, John Donahue set out to do this. It all began when he was in his favorite bar in Manhattan, and the bartender was going off about the anti-Vietnam protesters gathering in Central Park. And along with the bartender, many of the patrons took issue with the protesters. They saw them as anti-soldiers. So obviously this didn't sit well with him. And the bartender's like, someone should bring the local heroes, because there were some local heroes there in the Vietnam War. Said you should bring them a beer and have a beer with them. So we, support them and telling them that, hey, we're thinking about you over here. It's not just a bunch of anti-protesters everywhere. And that chick, it was nickname's Chick, but it's Donahue Chick, or John Chick Donahue, said, I'm going to do it.
Okay, so he went to Vietnam just to have a beer?
He was a former Marine, and he'd spent time in Vietnam on 2 separate occasions, and he's back home now. And he grabbed a backpack full of beer, and he found a cargo ship going to Vietnam and embarked on the greatest beer run ever.
Oh, my God.
He arrived in Vietnam. He tracked down his friend. Soldiers believed Donahue. And he got rides where his friends were engaging in battle. The longer I was there, I became aware that they were deferring to me and they didn't stop me. And I knew the lingo from being in the Marines, so everything was just working. Donahue apparently let lower-ranking soldiers in on the mission, but didn't tell the higher-ups. And it worked for him. At least he found his buddies. Well, he delivered drinks to his buddies.
That will be a good... That will be a fun movie.
Could you imagine if you're sitting there and you're like, wait,
your
what
buddy
are you
just
doing?
Shows up
with a backpack of just old warm beer?
Oh yeah, God, that beer had to taste gross. But like good, because I haven't had any in a long time. But I bet you it was just hot, skunky garbage.
Hey, can you look up really quick the greatest beer run and see if there's any actors that are involved in it right now? Because for some reason I think of Tom Hanks, but probably because he just did Saving Private... Not just did. Well, according to you, he did. Saving Private Ryan.
I didn't say that.
Hey, somebody wants to know if you're selling your camper. Is that true?
Yes.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I said it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Are you going to get a new one, or you just need the money?
Just not need the money, but just not going to use it.
What kind of camper and how much? I mean, you don't have to say anything, but...
27-foot Hornet for $4,000.
Okay, 27-foot Hornet, $4,000. You and your significant other could be doing #camper life.
Yeah.
While you're at it, you might as well pull that camper with a Corvette. Put a hitch on a 1989 Corvette that I'll be selling.
You're never going to sell it.
I keep
sending
do.
you Jeeps that I think they will trade for.
Hi, who's this?
This is Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Oh, hey, Bob.
Hey, Bob. Bob, you want to play?
Yes, sir.
Hi, Bob. $40 up for grabs. Thank you, Prospera Credit Union with Life Stage Personal Guidance. 5 questions, Bob. Tanner's going to leave the room. You're not going to be able to hear any of the questions. We don't want him to hear, or you're going to be able to hear him. He's not going to be able to, and we don't want that because he's going to get asked the same questions. Remember, take your time. got all the time you want, but remember, time does play a factor. Because at the end, if you both tie, when we grade these all together, lowest time will win. Also, no passing, Bob. You can say pass, but that's going to be your answer. Do you understand?
Got it.
All right, Bob. Tanner's leaving the room. Your time with Take from Jake and Tanner begins in 3. By the way, you can see Tanner leaving the room and nowhere in sight if you just look at the Watch Us Live. Text link, LINK to 71090. You can watch us live in the studio. Here you go, Bob. What company was formerly named Cadabra Incorporated?
Pass.
Which actor was dubbed the Muscles from Brussels?
Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's not right.
Which country is home to the language with the world's shortest alphabet?
Japan.
In which hand is the Statue of Liberty holding a torch?
Left.
What were clocks missing before 1577?
Minute hand.
Time. All right, Tanner! How you feel, Bob?
That was rough.
How's it? All right. I'm going to put you on hold. Hang on. What year is the camper, and does it have any slide outs?
2001 and no.
We should do Tradio. Let's trade something for it.
No, I already have too many people that want to trade garbage
Really?
for Corvettes and...
I need patio furniture, so we'll trade for patio furniture.
No, it's my... I want cash. Or... Yes. Plus cash.
You ready?
I'll let you do that. Also. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I am ready.
Let me get down. What company was formerly named Cadabra Incorporated?
Google.
Which actor was dubbed the Muscles from Brussels?
Russell Crowe.
In which country is home to the language with the world's shortest alphabet?
America.
In which hand is the Statue of Liberty holding a torch?
Right hand.
What were clocks missing before 1577?
Second hand.
Time. Let's go through this really quick. Hi, Bob. Let's see if you're going to get $40 today. What company was formerly named Cadabra? Bob said pass. Tanner said Google. Amazon.
Oh.
That's what we were looking for. Which actor was dubbed the Muscles from Brussels? Bob said Arnold Schwarzenegger. Tanner said Russell Crowe. Both wrong. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Which country is home to the language with the world's shortest alphabet? Bob said Japan. Tanner said
What?
America. Papua New Guinea.
Oh. I don't know.
In which hand is the Statue of Liberty holding a torch? Bob said left. Tanner said right. Right is what we were looking for.
Woo!
Tanner was leading 1-0. What were clocks missing before 1577? Bob said minute hand. Tanner said second hand. Minute hand was correct. We're at a tie ball game. Bob, are you still there?
They just didn't want to know the minutes?
I'll tell you this. I had to zoom in. This is how close this is. I had to zoom in to see who won this. Bob, you had 42-21. 42-21 was your seconds. Tanner, you had 42-14.
Yes!
Wow.
7.07!
Thank you, Bob. We appreciate it. Not today, Lo. Almost, but not today.
Woo!
There you go. We're going to play for $60 on your Thursday edition. Thank you, Prospera. Need to talk really quick about this fall because it's pumpkin picking season at Dunkin'. And this year, Dunkin's put a whole new spin on pumpkin.
Okay, what kind of spin? Tell me about the spin.
They got a new pumpkin cream cold brew.
I've had it.
It's
delicious.
Was it smooth, bold cold brew topped with velvety pumpkin cream cold foam?
Listen, that cold foam was more velvety than velvet.
Oh, God, that's velvety.
Yeah, that's super velvety.
You can enjoy the delicious pumpkin spice signature latte. It's a rich espresso topped with whipped cream, caramel drizzle, and cinnamon sugar. If you're hungry, you can pick up a perfectly pumpkin donut. They got munchkin treats. They got pumpkin muffins. They got all kinds of it. Stuff and more. That's how they pumpkin at Dunkin'. So pick your pumpkin at Dunkin'. No, boy, that's tough. That's tough. Pick your pumpkin at Dunkin' like the new pumpkin cream cold brew, pumpkin spice signature latte, and one of the delicious pumpkin treats. America runs on Dunkin'.
Woo!
All right, Jake and Tanner show. Good morning.